You know, everyone is always looking for the secret to Warren Buffett's genius. They want the magic formula, the hot stock tip. But what if I told you his single most important piece of investment advice, the one he actually left for his own family, is a complete paradox? It's a secret that tells the world's greatest stock picker to not pick stocks. Sounds crazy, right? Okay, let's unpack this puzzle. So, what is it? What's this one piece of wisdom that the Oracle of Omaha thinks is more important than anything else? I mean, this is the one instruction he saved for the people he loves the most, to protect their future long after he's gone. What could it be? And here's the kicker. It's the total opposite of the complex 4D chess strategy you'd expect from a genius. And don't worry, we are absolutely going to get to that exact instruction. But to really understand its power, you first have to grasp the fundamental principle it's built on. It's like a law of physics for investing. See, to really get Buffett's ultimate advice, you have to understand his obsession. And it's not what you think. It's not about making money. It's about not losing it. Now, that sounds almost trivial, doesn't it? But trust me, that one little shift in focus is the absolute bedrock of his entire fortune.
You've heard this quote, I'm sure you have. It gets passed around like a clever joke. But here's the thing. Buffett is dead serious. He's not talking about a stock having a bad day. He's talking about the brutal, unforgiving mathematics of a permanent loss of your capital.
The math here is stark, and it's a trap so many of us fall into. Imagine your portfolio takes a huge hit. It drops by 50%. A gut-wrenching loss, for sure. But you think, okay, I just need to make 50% back to get even. But nope, that's not how it works. You actually need a 100% gain. You have to literally double your remaining money just to get back to where you started. A big loss digs a hole so deep it can take years, even decades, to climb out. And that is why Buffett's entire game is built on playing defense first.
Buffett knows the biggest threat to your money isn't a market crash or a recession. He knows the real enemy is the person you see in the mirror every single morning. It's your own fear, your own greed, your own hardwired instinct to follow the herd, even if it's right off a cliff.
To control that fear, he came up with this brilliant mental model. He wants you to imagine you have a business partner named Mr. Market. And, to put it mildly, Mr. Market is emotionally unstable. Some days he's euphoric, screaming ridiculously high prices for your assets. On other days, he's in a deep, dark depression, offering to sell you his own stuff for pennies on the dollar. The critical mistake most people make is letting this manic-depressive partner be their guide. Buffett teaches that you should see him as your servant. He's there to serve you with opportunities, not to give you instructions.
And this quote right here, this is his entire strategy for dealing with Mr. Market. Just think back to the 2008 financial crisis. The world was gripped by absolute panic. Mr. Market was having a full-blown meltdown, convinced everything was worthless. But Buffett wasn't selling. No way. He was calmly on the phone investing billions into great American companies at fire sale prices. He was being greedy for one simple reason. Everyone else was terrified.
So, how does he do it? How do you build up the kind of conviction to buy when everyone else is frantically hitting the sell button? Well, he doesn't rely on gut feelings. He relies on a financial fortress, built methodically on 4 simple but incredibly powerful pillars of safety.
These 4 steps are his non-negotiable checklist for every single investment. They're designed to make sure he never wanders into territory where he could take a devastating, permanent hit. It starts with the circle of competence, only investing in what you actually understand. Second, the economic moat. A business needs a durable competitive advantage. Third, and this one is huge, honest and able management. He wants partners he can trust. And finally, the cornerstone of it all, he demands a margin of safety.
So first up is the circle of competence. This just means he only invests in businesses he can easily understand and explain. For decades, people made fun of him for avoiding tech stocks. It wasn't because he thought they were bad businesses. He just openly admitted they were outside what he understood. As he says, you don't get extra points for difficulty in investing. The key is to know what you know, and just as important, to know what you don't know.
And the 4th and most critical pillar is the margin of safety. This is the ultimate buffer against being wrong. I mean, we're all human, right? So imagine you've analyzed a great business and you calculate its true value is, say, $10 a share. You don't buy it at $10. You wait. You wait until Mr. Market has a panic attack and offers it to you for $6. That $4 gap, the space between the price you pay and the value you get, that is your margin of safety. That's your ultimate safety net.
And all of this brings us back to the beginning, back to that paradox. Now that you know how obsessed Buffett is with safety, with simplicity, with avoiding big mistakes,
What do you think he told the trustee managing his wife's inheritance to do? He could have left behind a super complex portfolio. He could have left a list of his 20 favorite stocks. He could have hired a team of the most expensive so-called geniuses on Wall Street. But he did none of that. He chose the simplest path imaginable.
This is it. This is the big secret. The single most important piece of advice from the world's greatest stock picker is, don't pick stocks. He instructed the trustee to put 90% of the money into a simple, very low-cost S&P 500 index fund and 10% in short-term government bonds. He believes that for almost everybody, the safest and smartest strategy is to stop trying to find the needle in the haystack and just buy the whole haystack. Just bet on American business as a whole.
Now you might be thinking, okay, that's advice for amateurs. Surely the professionals, the hedge fund geniuses on Wall Street, could easily beat a dumb index fund, right? Well, Buffett put his money where his mouth is. Back in 2007, he made a public $1 million bet that over 10 years, a simple S&P 500 index fund would outperform a hand-picked portfolio of elite hedge funds.
The results were absolutely stunning. It wasn't even close. The simple index fund delivered a 126% return. The so-called smart money, after their massive fees were taken out, returned a pathetic 36%. Buffett didn't just win, he proved a profound point about investing. You often get what you don't pay for. The ridiculously high fees the managers charge just destroyed their returns, while the simple cheap index fund just quietly chugged along.
So, the strategy itself is brilliantly simple. But, and this is a really big but, actually sticking with it requires one final crucial tool. And it's not a financial tool at all, it's a psychological one. You have to learn to operate on an inner scorecard. See, most of the world lives by an outer scorecard. Their sense of success is measured by what other people think. In investing, this is a complete disaster. It forces you to buy high when the crowd is euphoric and sell low when the crowd is panicking. An inner scorecard means your conviction comes from your own research, your own judgment. It lets you be comfortable being right, even if the whole world thinks you're wrong for a long, long time. And this brings us to the real secret sauce, the one thing that powers everything else. Buffett's true genius isn't just his intellect, it's his incredible, almost inhuman patience. Get this, an astounding 99% of his net worth was earned after his 50th birthday. His wealth is a snowball that's just been rolling downhill without interruption for 80 years. Your greatest advantage as an investor isn't a high IQ, it's a long time horizon.
So the crucial point is this: safe, successful investing isn't about finding the next hot stock. It's about building a psychological fortress, controlling your own emotions, understanding what you own, and then letting the unstoppable magic of compounding work for you over decades. It's a simple game, but as Buffett constantly reminds us, it is not an easy one. The real question is, do you have the patience to play it?